Hello, hope you're having a great day. So, prior video talked about John 2, the wedding, and it had been Peter's wedding. So I was looking through the notes here that pertinent to this. He had pointed out that the normal things were written in Hebrew, then translated Aramaic, and then translated Greek, and then Latin or whatever language. And what's interesting is, so this gentleman believed if 1920 John chapter 19 verse 25 can be read as follows: and by the cross of Jesus was his mother Mary, his sister Mary, the wife of Cephas, which had been Peter, which we already went over. Acts 12:12 would have been Peter's wife, and Mary the Magdalene. So. But when I looked into the Greek lexicon, which is obviously a translation off the Hebrew, when I click on this, the wife of Clopas, this portion here, which he believes should be Cephas, when I click on this, it said of uncertain origin, possibly a Hellenized form of a Hebrew or Aramaic name. There's no direct Hebrew equivalent for Clopas as a Greek adaptation. However, may be related to a Hebrew name. Okay, so really strange that Mary here, the sister, whether you go with Mary or Martha. Remember, he was able to figure out Mary or Martha. With Jesus' half sister, okay? The fact that whether it's Mary or Martha married a man with this here uncertain origin, possibly a Hellenized form, that would mean that it's somebody from outside of Jerusalem, far away. And that's so an argument he was trying to make was that it was probably modified. There is no person with that name, with this Clopas. It's just a made-up name. And when I look at it, the evidence kind of points to that, because it doesn't fit. It's not conclusive, but it just seems strange that a sister of Jesus would marry a person that had with a name that had no direct Hebrew equivalent, and like I said, possibly a Hellenized form of the Hebrew or Aramaic name. Something is not right with that. I am limited in my knowledge on this, but there's a possibility what he was saying is right. That's all I'm trying to say here. So it probably should be wife of Cephas, referring to Peter, not Clopas. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out. So that is an issue with John 19:25. We do not have the original Hebrew, and when you go to Greek, this is troubling. I think it's troubling. Another person may not, but when I see this, anyway. Yeah, I just think this is so cool, finding out that the wedding, John 2, with Peter's wedding, it makes sense. He was one of the older disciples. When you look at who was invited to that wedding, it makes sense that Peter's wedding, and he points out in this article that the amount of time they had between the time he met Mary and they got married pretty quick. But knowing Peter, that's not surprising. He just does things on the fly. So anyway, that's all I have to say. So, all right, thank you.